Welcome into the era of AI. Hello and welcome in this lecture in which I'm going to introduce you to the AIPRM extension. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So here, I would like you to go to Google, search for AIPRM for ChatGPT. This extension is very special. There are two versions of it. There's a free and a pro version of it. The free version of it is on the Chrome Web Store. Please, by no means, I'm asking you to install this if you don't want to install this. It's on your own responsibility. Plus, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, because there's a lot of people that are afraid of extensions. And for me personally, I use McAfee, which is a antivirus as well as VPN, which means that it's not easy to get my information. But don't go to any suspicious links and download this extension. Don't trust any other links besides the Chrome Web Store, which is a Google website. So for example, here, if I click, it takes me to the web store. The name is AIPRM for ChatGPT. It's used by 2 million people, and I can just click add this to Chrome. I have the pro version of this, so I can add the extension. Because I have the pro version, I have an extra privilege that people with the free version will not have, which I'm going to explain to you in a second. So here, I'm going to enable AIPRM for ChatGPT, just like they say. I'm going to click allow, I'm going to click OK, and you can see that this is pretty much it. So we've enabled it and everything is perfect right now. So here I'm inside of ChatGPT. There is no major difference here. Nothing happened yet. In order for something to happen, I have to refresh the page once or twice for you to be able to see the difference with my ChatGPT. Still, there is no difference. So let me go ahead and wait a couple of seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, good. So now you can see that ChatGPT changed like magic. And you can see that right now we have access to 4,866 prompts. All of these are prompts that you can use. Let me give you an example. So let's say you want to write a 100% human SEO optimized article. You can just click right here on one of these prompts and just put the keyword here. Notice that they are asking you to enter a keyword or title here. What is the keyword you're thinking about? Okay, so let's say you're thinking about, I don't know, top 10 football players of all time. And I'm going to add U.S. football, not the other type of football. So here, if I hit enter, it's going to give me the top 10 people, right? So it's talking about Jim Brown, Tom Brady, Lawrence, well, I don't know his name, Walter Payton. I'm not really a football fan, but here it is writing the article for us, right? And all of this is because we're using this extension. I didn't have to explain to it how much I want the article to be, how many characters I want the article to have. I didn't ask it to write anything. I just put the keyword. I didn't even ask it to generate a conclusion. It's doing it. I'm not asking it to generate an FAQ, but it's doing it. And you can see right now it has finished writing everything. So if I go back and start another chat right here, by the way, you can always delete a chat by clicking delete. And you can start a new chat here. You have access to not one, but 4,866 prompts. So let's say, for example, you were trying to write, I don't know, a course outline, right? You can just search for course outline right about here. And you can see we have these course outline creators. If I were to click on one of them, I just have to go ahead and say, okay, 10 SEO strategies for 2024. Let's say that this is the topic of the course. If I go and just type it in, right now it's going to start generating the course outline, right? So as you can see. All right, so I hope you get it. And of course, I can pause it now. I don't need to keep going. I can go back to a new chat, delete this chat, right, that I've just created right now, which I don't really need. And then here, like I said, you have access to more than a host of 4,800 prompts. Of course, you can click the X button to bring it back to default to remove the search. And then you can scroll down to explore a lot of these particular tools. Write a complete book in one click. Get monthly calendar in one click. YouTube script creator. Buyer persona. We're going to get to that when we're writing our book. But here, as you can see, we have access to all of these things. Now, there is another extension which I would like to share with you. It's called ChatGPT for YouTube. The reason why this is interesting is because this can help you out to transcribe any YouTube video you want. Please do not click on suspicious links like this one, which my antivirus will flag right away. As you can see, my antivirus flags this right away as a potential suspicious link. Always go to the Chrome Web Store. Trust nothing else but the Chrome Web Store. As you can see, this is the extension. It's called ChatGPT for YouTube, and I already added it to Chrome. I don't need to remove it. Now let me go ahead to YouTube and show you how this works. So I'm going to take this video of Jim Browning, which I'm a huge fan of Jim Browning. He's basically a scam baiter. His videos are very, very fun, and he's basically getting people, helping people. He's a what you call it, someone that basically gets people's rights back. And here he's on this particular show. He's talking with This Morning, and he doesn't show his face. So that's so that's something about this guy, that he doesn't want to show his face like some other scam baiters out there. But here, notice that we have this extension. It's called ChatGPT for YouTube. And what this extension actually does is the following. It allows you to transcribe this entire conversation. So if I click right here to expand, notice that it is saying every single thing that was said during the conversation from minute 0 to the last minute, which is 9:40, if you scroll. And all of this is at the palm of your hands. You can actually copy this entire transcript of this entire video, and you can go ahead and paste it on top of a Microsoft Word doc. So this is precisely what I'm about to do right now. So I'm opening the doc, and if I were to go ahead and click over here to paste this in, notice that I've pasted right now a transcript of an entire 9-minute video. You can try doing it for a 2-hour or 3-hour podcast. It would work all the same. You can also ask it to summarize a video, and right now it's in the process of summarizing everything that happened in this video. Let's say if you don't have the time to go through the entire video, and right now it says, well, Jim Browning is a self-proclaimed virtual vigilante who hacks scammers to expose their operations and help victims recover lost funds. Jim Browning uses his IT expertise to turn tables on scammers by hacking their computers and exposing their identities, and so on and so forth. And so as you can see, this is really amazing. Now we can do the same thing. Since we're going to write a book about vegan diet, we can go and search for vegan diet, for example, and we can search for some resources like a course about vegan diet on YouTube that we could potentially find, and we can probably use that when we are writing our own book. So vegan diet here, there's a lot of videos explaining the vegan diet. Here, let me go and add some more keywords in here because, okay, so here I'm going to actually say vegan diet for beginners, for example. Let's say that you want to use some expert opinion regarding the vegan diet. I see some videos here, but nothing really as a lengthy video. I'm looking for a lengthy video. Now here we have the opinion of this doctor, and we have the opinion of this, which was seen by too many people, which I would assume that is pretty cool. So here, if you were to click, you could now use this as a resource. You can go and basically transcribe this entire video, and basically you can use from the information being explained and laid out here that you can utilize to help you write the book. So this is pretty much it for this lecture. If you want to disable any extension at any time, just make sure that you click right here, and you can click over here and remove. But as of now, let me go ahead and show you, before moving on to the next lecture, another benefit of having AIPRM Premium. It's not the free AIPRM, it's the Premium AIPRM. I can change the writing styles. I can actually change the writing style to be any writing style I so desire. So if I want my writing style to be expository, I can actually just select expository. If I want it to be informative, I can select informative. If I want it to be instructive, I can select instructive. If I want it to be metaphorical, I can select that. If I want it to be descriptive, I can also do it. Creative, and so on and so forth. If I want to change the tone of writing, I can also change the tone. Confident, humorous, pessimistic, optimistic, and so on and so forth. I can also change the input from here. So I can change the output, So I can actually ask ChatGPT in English and get the output in Chinese. let me do this experiment so that you can get it. So this is right now I'm using English, but let's actually use a different language than Chinese. Let's use this Portuguese language. Now let's give it a prompt in English. Let's say hi, just simple hi. Notice what's going to happen is going to answer us in Portuguese, right? It says claro, right? So this is Portuguese language, as you can see. So I can always switch languages back. So I can switch this back to English if I want to, like this. And I can just go, because I said creative and optimistic, it went on and about generating that answer. I'm going to switch the input back to English. At all times, I can remove the extension from Chrome if I so desire. In case you don't want these extensions to stay there on your own browser, you can remove them for security reasons if you don't trust them enough. So you can just remove the extensions, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this particular video so far, and I'll definitely be seeing you in the next video.